She is hysterical. She became like a TikTok sensation because she did this series of videos called Turning My Husband into a Fictional Character. And then she would do these videos teaching him how to be. So now, like, you need a grunt when you see me, and then you do it. It's just like, wow, you must go and watch her older videos. You'll go crazy. Welcome back to Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence is coaching me, Melissa Delport, to be a six-figure author, and we are putting it on the internet. Today, I'm so excited because we have our Christmas episode, which means that today is all about highlighting our favorite parts of 2025, highlights, things that went really well for us, like small achievements, big achievements. We're going to share them all and discuss them and talk about them and have a look back on the year. Before we get into that, as always, we would like to thank our paid subscribers. We really do appreciate every single one of you and the support you've given us this year. We'd like to thank Vellum, our paid sponsor, for coming along with us on this journey and for supporting us. And for anyone who doesn't know, we do have a code if you would like to test Vellum out and do some ebook formatting over the Christmas holidays. Please feel free to use our link. JT, what is our link?
It's tryvellum.com/pen and prosper.
I'm so impressed you had that ready. I thought I was going to catch you this week.
I actually didn't have it ready. I had it in my head, which is even more impressive.
Oh, what a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
Another Christmas miracle is that I'm wearing color.
I know. It's the black cat is wearing, not just any, I mean, that's
It's bright. It's bright.
That's bright.
It's very
Unbelievable.
I like it.
We have our wine.
Yes, let's say cheers. Let's say cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Why is no one doing the... There's that. Like a cheers.
You're such a South African.
Yes.
There's it.
There's that. Like a... Got the wine, yeah? Okay, so we thought what we would do is go, like, just kind of like talk about our year, just like the highlights that have stood out to us. So you didn't have to make a list. Some of us like lists.
Organized.
To be fair, I only made it. So can I start? Because I have mine. I screenshotted it. So one of my first highlight that I'm thankful for 2025 is my sales graph for the year.
Yay!
Pre-JT Lawrence, post-JT Lawrence.
Yes, Delport. You make me so proud.
Honestly, when I looked at it, and obviously this last one is December, so it's not done.
Yes.
But I was like, I mean, look how flat that little graph was.
No, that's incredible. Well done.
So I only did for this year just because, I mean, I could have done a very long one of nothing for the last 12 years. But I thought, let me just stick to 20. You know, we're in 2025 era.
But Delport, you have really put in the work this year. You have put in the work. So well done. You really deserve that.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you. Okay, who wants to go next? Who's got something for us?
I don't have anything prepared. I think the podcast has definitely been a highlight for me. I've really loved getting on and chatting to you guys. It just makes this authoring thing so much less lonely. I mean, it's so nice to just talk to people who are like really into the stuff that you're into. Because I've been obsessed with indie publishing for like at least the last 10 years. And now I'm actually getting to speak to people and like to you guys at conferences, and like it's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. It has been so wonderful. And also just to stay focused.
Yeah, and to stay motivated. Like those conferences were amazing in that way.
Yeah, and like accountability, just doing this, having people to catch up with kind of once a week or every few days.
Yes. And also, and other authors to blame when you make the wrong decision without consulting them first. And then you blame them for being bad friends.
When Rachel had to take the black one, we didn't tell you strong enough not to do it.
That was the going wide versus staying in KU thing.
Rachel's saying it in such a sweet way. She's like, I really hope that works out.
No, you know what she said? She said, so it was something like, there's you're gonna have to, like, there's a lot of preparation and research involved.
You're like, I've done it.
And I was like, I don't have time for that.
I already did it yesterday.
I shared Melissa in the group yesterday with, I can't remember what movie it was from, but someone in the race car.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Put a mile at a time.
Yeah, this is my gradual way of doing things. In my defense, I was kicked out of KU on that series. It's not like it was a decision out of the blue, but yes.
Yeah, I guess you already had one book that was out, so.
I was going to say, adding to your podcast thing is I'm so grateful for all our guests. Like, I feel like we've just had and I'm not just saying that because it's like, it's thank all our guests for the year. We have had the most wonderful people. Like, there's never been someone awkward or where there's long silences or we just don't gel with them,
Yeah. Yeah.
It must be the great host.
Yes, I think Delport must take the credit for that.
It's my personality. It's coming back.
Yeah, we've had some really lovely guests and so informative, and I think it's added a lot.
I've learned so much from these people, honestly. And I do think that the whole relaxed, casual vibe, it just works. And I worried in the beginning about Zoom. I was like, oh, is it going to be awkward? But it's been fun.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, definitely. I don't think I would do a podcast that wasn't casual. Like, I don't think I would be up for it, if you know what I mean.
Yes, 100%. And then, of course, we've got Elize, who makes it seem casual, even if it is awkward. She just cuts all the awkward out. Snap, 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 snap.
Thanks, Elize.
So, yes, grateful for Elize. I feel like we should be doing snaps for everyone. Snaps for Elize. Snaps for the guests. All right, come on, Rach. Give us one. What you got?
I guess I'm grateful for finally publishing stuff.
Yeah.
A number of years of just my biggest problem the last few years was a lack of focus, because there's always so many new toys, especially with the advancement of AI, and there's just a lot of stuff to play with, and there's a lot of things where you're like, oh, should I try that? There's special editions and Book Vault, and my goal at the beginning of this year was like, do not get distracted by anything else and finish a series and publish.
Yes.
Which was why at the beginning of the year, when Melissa and I started chatting, I was like, yes, I know about translations, but it's a distraction, and I must finish my writing first.
Yes.
But I'm very, very grateful that I had FOMO and that I let you distract me. Basically, I was like, well, I guess if you're doing it, like, I can't be left out. I need to do it now. I've got to keep up.
But it was definitely the right decision, not just because you did so well on translations, but also because the time is limited when we can get these translations out into an open-minded market before it gets flooded by a whole lot of books. So I think there really was like some sunshine time that we made the most of.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be that easy.
Yeah, I think we did well at that. You especially did well. Like, how many books have you got out in? Do you even know?
No idea.
We'd have to ask Mr. JT that.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically 3 box sets, three series of 6 books each in about 8 different languages.
And this is why
that's a lot.
have to have someone else to manage your ads, because like if you're advertising in every language to a book one and to box sets, it got a bit much. And even now, like I wanted to do Russian, I wanted to do Japanese, Polish, and I'm like, I don't even know if, just time-wise and mental bandwidth-wise, I don't know if it'll be worth it. Like, yes, I'm leaving money on the table if I don't do it, but I really have to like narrow my focus here. Yeah. Agreed.
Are you doing that out of curiosity? Do you have one ad running to the box set and one ad running to book one in each territory, or have you let some territories die? Because I mean, I stopped like German because it wasn't working for me.
Some territories die, like Brazil, because they were so clicky and so engaging. They were engaging so much on the Facebook ads, and like those ads just like blew up, but there was never any conversions. So I have a feeling it's because the books were too expensive for them. Because when you go to the Brazil, you know, the minimum price you can charge for something on KDP for US dollars is 99 cents, right? And the Brazilian currency, it's like nothing. It's nothing. So I think they're used to a lot buying books at a much lower price point. So maybe if I were to start from scratch, or if someone else wants to try Brazilian, I would make those books as cheap as possible and keep them in KU and see if that's if you can get some traction that way. Because they're not going to be paying $5 for a book. There's no ways.
Well, I think originally had mine priced at, it was fairly low. It was 19. What is the currency? Is it Reals or something that's an R? Yeah. The Brazilian currency is. And then when a little bit later, when I think it was the 3rd book came out, then I dropped it even lower. I think it's at 9 at the moment, because I was looking at, and I don't know what that is in dollar cents, but it's not a lot at all. So I was looking at other books that were in my also boughts, and they were like, the maximum was that price. Like some of them were at 2.
Wow.
Or you're making basically zero. So then you really have to rely on either on KU, but I think their KU payout is lower. I'm pretty sure.
It is by quite a lot.
Yeah, so you basically just need like massive volume. So I was just running at negative ROI the whole time. So I've also given up on that territory.
Yeah. So you did do Brazilian Portuguese?
Yes, I did it before
so I'm not going to do that.
A mistake. I haven't done Spanish yet. I had some chats with a bunch of different AIs and mentioned my genre and the fact that it was ebook only and, well, ebook mainly and all of that. And then they had said, okay, comparatively, I think that maybe Brazilian Portuguese would be better than Spanish.
Okay.
So like, okay, well, I guess I'll try and see. But I think probably Spanish is better. But I'm still going to get there.
Yeah.
Have you still just got German, French, and Italian, and then you did the Brazilian?
Yes,
Okay.
and my whole 9-book Creepy Hollow series in Italian sitting on my computer still because I just haven't. I know.
I've got two Monroe sitting only for a week or two. It's just no time. It's there though. It's translated.
Oh my God.
Were you using your credits?
Yes. I was like, oh, it's not going to take that long to get this up, but it's 9 books. It's over 800,000 words, all in one document, vellum document to format. And each book has like 4 parts because, past Rachel likes to make life difficult. The formatting, it just takes a bit longer than other thing. Yes. And then I still got to do the blurb and the keywords and whatever other translation just to get it up on KDP. So I just need a few hours somewhere, but that might not happen until January.
And what languages did you translate it into? Just the 3 main ones? No.
Wait, which one are we talking about now? Creepy Hollow.
Creepy Hollow, the 9 books.
So Creepy Hollow, I did German first a few months ago.
Okay, what's sitting on your computer?
Italian, yes. So I did French second because French has actually become my biggest foreign market. So I should have done both. Okay. And then Italian, I had to get the rights back for some of them, which I did do a number of months ago. And then I ran out of time to actually get it done until recently. Okay. Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Like the time is now that we should be doing this because the market is going to become more flooded, but we also have limited time.
Yeah.
That's it. We also have to sleep. So weird.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a little bit more of that in 2026.
Yes, I was telling Delport earlier that I'm going to prioritize my health a little bit more in 2026 and not be so like absolutely flat out all the time.
Yeah, I feel like we just can't keep going at this pace.
Nope, we must rest. Even the potatoes need to rest.
It was one of your early episodes, like right at the beginning of the year. You were talking about balance.
And overwhelm.
Avoiding burnout.
Avoiding burnout. And then what did we do? We just put our heads down and just like sprinted for the rest of the year. Like, how dumb.
Go. Yeah.
It's so funny though. Like, I don't feel burnt out as far as work is concerned. I could still work a 12, 16-hour day for the rest of the year. No problem. It's everything else that makes me feel overwhelmed and that I'm not coping with life. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically I've got huge reserves of energy for work, huge reserves, and I can just keep going. But then tell me that I need to like go shopping for a birthday present for a 9-year-old that I don't know, and I'm like, I can't do this.
It's like decision-making fatigue, but like I can do it for my work. And then Kyle's like, what should we have for supper tonight? And I'm like,
and there's nothing left over.
Why looking at me, Kyle?
I'm very grateful because he does 99.9% of the cooking.
Oh, wow.
Which is amazing. But he will just ask me like, what do you want?
Yes. It's the least you could do, Rachel. Say what you want.
I know it is.
You should ask Chat to come up with like a couple of options and then just spit around and be like, I'd like some chicken with this and da-da-da-da-da. And then he'll be like, oh, that's very specific.
That's a brilliant idea. Just quickly go on to Chat every time he asks.
I want for dinner. Tell me you're relying on your AI.
Yeah, but it's definitely a lot of it's a lot of that. Like you only have a certain amount of mental energy for stuff, and I definitely use it on work, and I only use the leftover on my personal life, and that's not actually cool. So I'm gonna try and just do a bit better next year. But I'm really doing the Steve Jobs thing. I wear the same thing every day. I eat the same lunch every day, like that kind of thing, to just like so you don't get that decision fatigue. And I think it really worked very well. But at the same time, when I get to like 8 o'clock at night, like I'm just finished. I'm absolutely finished.
Yeah, I often wonder what like the school receptionist thinks of me if they were like, you were wearing that yesterday and probably the day before.
I think people just know that I just wear the same thing all the time. I just always wear black, and it's just like part of my brand, so it's fine.
100%. It's the black cat in you. So I have news. So I checked this morning. I've been watching it the whole week. And I was so hoping that by the time we filmed, it would have happened. But it is going to happen in the next day or two, so I'm going to claim it. I will definitely by the end of December, probably in the next day or so, hit 20 million page reads.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
So it's sitting on 199,711.07. So I got 28,893 to go, and I average about 20,000 a day. So it's definitely gonna hit 20 million. So but
20
I was just
million.
like, that's such a 20 million is a lot. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah,
What are you
amazing.
sitting on, JT? You like 200
Let me have a quick look. But
and you, Rach? Because I know, like, this is all very new to me. I used to be like, if I got like 5 page reads, I was like, I have made it. Someone is reading my book.
Is that for the year that we're looking at, not lifetime?
No, we're looking at lifetime, I think.
Lifetime, Rachel.
Okay.
Lifetime. That is how sad my life was before May this year.
Let me see. Wait, where's my Zoom? My Zoom's gone now. Okay. So I only put stuff into KU mostly this year. I had a few things here and there. But lifetime, I'm on, wait, where's it gone now? 15.5 million.
Amazing.
Okay, so we know that yours would be a whole lot more, but you haven't had KU. KU was never your focus.
I'm just looking at mine.
What was your last post?
It was 139 million.
Sure, million. That's crazy. Oh, but that we're coming. Yeah, coming.
It's not that far behind.
Yeah, but just,
wait till Rachel brings out the paperback sales. We'll be like, oh,
yeah, exactly. We're not comparing paperback sales. No ways. No ways.
I could probably like just manually add mine up.
Yeah, but I mean, I need to get back to my dolphin days because that was 10 million page reads a month. So that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. And that 1 month was so amazing because I was in London at the conference. And like I was like almost at 12 million page reads for the month. And I was like, I'm going to make 12 million page reads. It was so exciting. Yeah, hopefully with my new series, I'll be able to get back to Dolphin.
And it doesn't get old. That's what's so nice. It's like I thought when I started getting, I mean, prior to that, it's so low and you get like the silliest little number and you think, oh my gosh, like this is so, but it doesn't get old. Like you get these numbers and you still get so excited.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I'm not like, oh, well, you know, I just got this many. Like I'll watch them and I'm like,
yeah. The only problem is, and we've all seen this, is that you get used to high numbers and then it's very difficult to go down again.
When it drops.
As mature authors, we need to realize, and I don't mean mature in age, guys, I mean mature in experience. We need to know that it's not always up only, right? It's not like the crypto bros are like up only. No, you're gonna go up and down, and you're gonna have years of great releases and years where you're focusing on your family, and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
I think all three of us have had experience with this, so we know. Like, I think it's hard if you start out and you do very well and you don't realize yet that the roller coaster is going to do that.
Absolutely, it comes in waves. Yeah, I think that must be very difficult, as you say, to be very successful in the beginning, and then you think it must be over after that. If your sales go down, you're like, okay, I've had my time and it's over. Whereas we know it's a gradual build, and then you start getting success, and then you get some failure, and then and it's, as you say, a roller coaster.
Or even though I didn't make a lot to start off with, but at some point when I reached the next level, I didn't really realize that like you can crash back down again. I was like, well, with every book, it'll just
made it. It's self-fulfilling.
Yeah. You think up only, right?
Which is actually quite scary. It's because I don't think I've had the peak yet to have the dip. So I'm taking that as a warning. But also, I know Andromeda has humbled a lot of big names. Like a lot of people that were making so much money are crashing hard. And I suppose if you've got used to spending according to that lifestyle, that can be very, I don't think any of us are really like big spenders yet. I don't think we've got accustomed.
I spend a lot on Facebook ads, but that's the only big spending I do in my life.
You're not like driving a Jag and like flying first class and, you know.
No.
2026
business class.
Okay, I have another one, and I'm just gonna say mine because you guys have had these before, so you will. I know you have them, and then, but it's just that it's my first time. So I'm the virgin in the group.
Okay.
Kindle stars.
Yay!
That was such a big one. I had never.
This year was also the first time for me because
was
I had never.
You're joking.
I
know. Of course, because you're not in KU.
Yeah, cool. So it was also first for me. I didn't even
make you feel
wasn't
good.
even on my radar. So that first month, I was like,
what's this? Little extra little. And then when you build it back, it like pops your aura up. It's like
it does. Yeah, it does.
It's amazing. So when I spend now and I'm not making quite what I want, I'm like, it's okay. I'll make it all bonus. So, Rach, which was your first? Did you go straight away Italian and French? Because my first was obviously Italy.
The first month, I had a US one and a French one, and maybe an Italian one that was smallish, French and Italian. I don't think it was German.
Okay. I've never had US. JT, you've had US.
Yeah, my first were like US, UK, Australia, Canada. I had those for a while. And then when I did translations, then those kind of came in.
French. But Italian is like my most consistent. And then I had a few French. I'm hoping that with the new adult romance that will, because I mean, I am 114 right now, paid in installment.
I'm sure you will get
update. Maybe
better, yeah, refresh. I've been watching it Rach all day. I'm like, but this is the highest it's gone is to 114. It's still sitting at 111.
You need to double that budget, the ad budget.
No, the problem is as soon as I double an ad budget, it breaks my ass.
I know. I was only joking. Don't listen to me.
I'm hoping, Fred. I'm hoping. Yes, I have added a new ad, and it takes a day or two for that ad to do anything. So I started it. It hasn't really made a huge difference, but I'm hoping that maybe over the weekend when everyone's reading, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe on Sunday.
So Kindle All Stars was a big one for me. That was like, I really felt like, with the word stars in it. I was like, I'm a star.
You are a star, Delport. Should we have a quick word from our sponsors now that we talk about translations?
We would just like to take this time to tell you guys a bit more about Scribe Shadow. JT and I use Scribe Shadow tirelessly. We do all our translations through the app. It is incredible. Scribe Shadow is the perfect partner for indie authors who don't want to leave money on the table. They use cutting-edge AI to make novel translation fast, affordable, and super easy. In just minutes, your book can be translated into over 19 languages, and that is growing all the time with high-quality results ready to reach readers everywhere.
And this isn't some faceless tech giant. Scribe Shadow is a small family-run team with indie roots. They've been in the trenches running a small publishing press, so they get the author grind. That's why they built a tool that's practical, budget-friendly, and designed with indie authors in mind. Plus, they offer cover creation, audiobook translation, and a simple one-credit system for everything. Best of all, you keep full rights to your work, and your books are never used to train AI.
Scribe Shadow has been very generous and given us our very own coupon code, which gets you 30% off your first month of using the app. If you are looking at getting into translations, please would you consider using Pen and Prosper 30. That's PENAND PROSPER 30, and doesn't cost you any extra, and it just lets Scribe Shadow know that we are sending traffic to them and that we are supporting them. Rach, I've got one for you because it's on my list and I know it will mean even more to you. Discovering South African Book Talk. Because
yes, definitely super grateful for getting into the South African book talk community, which is admittedly much smaller than like the US or even UK, I would assume, but very engaged, very loyal, very varied reading tastes. So like a lot of readers I come across in other parts of social media, people are like, this is what I read, and you're like, or you have your romantasy book account or whatever because that's your thing. But I've discovered that local readers, and especially because they get so excited to support local authors, they're all like, because I'd asked who wanted to review Tempest and Tea Leaves, and thinking, a lot of people have said yes, but I don't expect them to like super enjoy it because I've seen some of the other stuff they read and it's very different, or it's like spicy contemporary or whatever. And then I got a lot of positive feedback. I'm like, oh, okay, well, they love this and they love that and they love that, which shouldn't surprise me because I also enjoy different things.
Sure.
So that's been really cool. The support, being able to engage directly with readers is so encouraging when you're working on the next book.
Yeah.
So I think that's also been part of why it's taken me so long to finish anything over the past few years, because I got to a point where like I didn't have anything recent or new, or it was difficult to engage with stuff that was really old and everyone's read it already, and so to have something current that people are reading now and they're excited about, and I can post and they comment and it's like, yes, okay, I want to get back to the story and get it out so you can read the next one.
Yes.
So that's been awesome. Yeah, and also because I love sending out the signed copies. So it's great because I can't do that for everyone who's overseas. So it's great to have people locally that I can do that for.
But it's also that SA Book Talk is so like, they don't believe in cancel culture at all, hey JT. And I think it's because they are still small enough a community that it's very much still a community. There's not like divides of like they split this, that. And so I don't see any cancel culture or any like negativity. They don't do negative reviews. So it's such a happy, positive space. And they're so authentic and just cool people.
Okay.
Like I got onto my TikTok now and I actually get excited. Like I won't name names, but there's a few that are like, I'll always gravitate first to
Really?
certain people, and I will search for them, and I'm like, there's like 4 of them, and everything they put up, I'll watch. I love it. And it's just like such a happy place. And they're so supportive. You're right, Rach. They're so supportive of local authors, which we've never really had from bookstores and distributors.
Yes.
So I think
South
that's
Africans.
slowly changing, because I think now, as the bookstores have realized that they need to be on BookTok, and the publishers as well. So over the last maybe 2-ish years, I've seen now like local publishers will send a lot of PR packages and books to local readers, because they have realized obviously that they need to be working with influencers. And now you'd also get people who work in the bookstores who are also on BookTok and part of the community. And they're a lot more open to working with an indie author. So they'll be like, well, I work at this exclusive books in this mall, and like, why don't you let's get in touch, see what we can do about getting your books into the store, stuff like that. So it's very different from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. JT must come join us as like a honorary South African author. I'll keep your stock here for you, okay?
Oh, thanks,
I'll keep it here, and I'll send it out for you, because I'm sure they'll love it.
You must tell me if you want me to send your guys hold stock for you guys ever in the UK, because that's easy.
I'm so excited. Rach, we may have an option for our TikTok shop for US. Rach, JT has told me.
David Beergoots, Rachel knows he is. He is now distributing for authors. So what he does is he has a US TikTok shop, and then the authors will use affiliate links and promote their work. And it's basically people who can't have a TikTok US shop that he's helping out.
Like us.
That's great. Yes.
Yeah, so he'll fulfill for you. He organizes the printing and everything. I think it's minimum 200 books per title that you want to stock. And then he takes a small amount in commission, and it seems like a really great setup. So the only risk would be like, are you going to sell this 200 books? And then what are you going to do if you don't sell them? That's the only risk, I would say.
Okay. But it's just so nice to have an option. Yeah.
Are you going to try that?
I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it. For Monroe, for the new, nothing like for my latest, that new adult romance. I want global domination on that title.
You see, I have a US company, so I could open a US TikTok shop, but then distribution.
It's the distribution.
So Book Vault would be my first choice, because it's print on demand and you don't have to worry about stock or warehousing or anything. But their lead time is just a few days too long for TikTok. TikTok wants you to fulfill in like 3 days. And Book Vault, I think, is like 8 days. If Book Vault was quicker, I wouldn't have to worry about any of that stuff. We could just set and forget, basically.
And you can't do it through Amazon is kind of a pain. Ingram, are they also a bit slow?
Yeah, too slow, I think. Yeah. I think Book Vault is the quickest. I might be wrong, but I think Book Vault is the quickest. And they take just over a week. And TikTok wants it basically fulfilled immediately. So that's how all these authors have their warehouses.
I think on Ingram you can pay for faster printing, but then the book costs more. Yeah, so that it's a few days, but I can't remember exactly what the number of days is.
Affordability, though, his method of printing 200 and local print, like that's obviously going to be your cheapest option, and probably you're going to move more units.
Well, you'll only move more units if you do the promoting properly, because he doesn't promote, he only fulfills.
Yes, but that's okay. I feel like in terms of...
Do you guys know how the influencers on TikTok who somehow work with authors or publishers, because I often see on my US accounts like influencers talking about a book and it's linked in there like on the post, so that someone can buy from the post, and that influencer is getting a cut, right?
Yeah, we've done that. We've had a few influencers doing the Blair Butler books, and
you had some really good traction from that, eh?
Yeah, we had some. It wasn't like hugely successful, but it worked.
So how is that set up? Do you go to them directly, or is it like through?
Sorry, I don't know. Mike did it, but I think you kind of find people and then offer them the deal, and you can decide what commission rates to offer. It can be like 5% or 50% or whatever. And I think we offered quite a generous commission because we wanted to like get things going. Yeah, it worked well.
Yeah, I guess I'm just wondering if I would be trying to find people and organizing, like sending them a copy, and then they would be fulfilled. Anything that's purchased would be fulfilled from David's store. whatever.
Yeah, it would be fulfilled from David's store then. Yeah.
Okay, something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just like the idea of David's because it's the simplest.
it is
Like,
simple.
I'm assuming you send him print files and you send him money, and I'm assuming, and then he
Pretty
gets
much.
it done, and then you drive traffic. And I'm doubling down in January on my TikTok. I'm going to get more account. You know, I know you also, Rachel, are, like you managing your
I
TikTok
tell you,
well.
I tried a gay account and it also got banned immediately.
Oh no, it didn't.
No, you're going to need a new card and a new phone.
So I think, yeah, I'm going to wait because I told you after those other two, I'm going to wait for a new phone. But then I got impatient. I tried another one and it just got banned immediately, pretty much, without me doing anything. So I don't know if there's just too many accounts.
Have you asked on Bobby Kim's group?
No, I still haven't.
I think you'll get answers there. I really do. I think you'll get answers there. I think this would have happened to someone, and they'll probably say something along the lines of your VPN gave you away and TikTok's now flagged you or something.
Yes. So I waited like a week and then it happened again. So I don't know. But I will, when I get the new card and my mom's old phone, I will try set that up completely separate. I kind of feel like I just want to pay someone overseas to set up some accounts for me. And then I'll just log in. Although now I'm thinking I'm going to log in from them here and then TikTok will be like, oh,
yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how I'm going to keep posting to them. I can't keep up with the 5 accounts I already have.
Okay. So you do have 5 that are still working?
Well, yeah. So the one is on my South African phone and then I have 4 on the other phone.
US. Okay. So we figured out, because I can create email addresses. So Rachel's now basically working for me. She has her own email address on my domain.
TikTok obviously does not like.
Oh yes, you got Rachel banned.
No, she was banned before that. Okay, I just tried to help, and then she got banned again. It worked for me. I had like TikTok 1, it was TikTok 2, TikTok 3, TikTok 4. Like that's how I set up the emails, because it's just to authenticate your. In general, we're very grateful for TikTok because it is still, I think, the most effective free marketing we can do.
Absolutely.
If we can cross that digital territory barrier. Okay. Yeah, just one. Please, sir. Can I have some more? You got one, JT. Yeah, what we're grateful for, and highlights. What have you done? Tell us the big things, the big tickets.
One of my highlights, it's kind of mentioned before. Well, I did mention it before, but the conferences were by far the highlights of the year, apart from sales finally taking off. But the conferences were amazing. Seville was amazing. London was amazing. I'm getting invited to the mastermind group was amazing. So I'm really looking forward to New Zealand next year in March. And
it's so soon.
It's really soon. Yeah. Just like, I think it's so amazing that an author career can allow you to travel and to meet people and like get super motivated and learn stuff. And that's probably the thing I'm most grateful for, is like having like a bigger life outside of my normal life, if you know what I mean.
I love how you worded that, having a bigger life.
It was like living in a small town, being a mom, cooking dinner, cleaning the house, like that's pretty much my life, and I love it. But all of a sudden I had a bigger life,
and your worldview has just got so much bigger. Yeah. And also meeting so many nice people. You've met some very, very cool people.
Yeah, which is important because I don't have a lot of friends in this new town. So
you should have just ended it with I don't have a lot of friends.
I don't have a lot of friends.
Back. All right, see you next time.
So it's really important to feel surrounded by community, right?
Yes.
And that's you guys, and it's my readers, and it's like the people I meet at conferences. Honestly, some people I've met at conferences, I feel like they are very close friends to me now, and I've met them once or twice and just spent a few days and nights with them, and they're on my list of top 20 people in the world now. So.
I love that. I think the conference thing is a massive one. It's the one thing I think if I had to say, okay, other than your sales figures, I know you said that you're grateful for, other than your sales figures, I'm going to say the same. Other than your sales figures, the thing I'm most envious of with you, being able to go to those conferences, because it's just, it must be such a vibe. I can't wait, Rach. These are goals, hey, Rach? These are our goals.
Yes.
You will.
Melissa's already promised my social support pillar.
Oh, yes, she needs emotional support author. Yes.
Yeah, and it's not just the actual conferences and everything. It's you get to go to a city that you've never been to before, like Seville. It was
the travel.
Amazing.
The travel is amazing.
And then London, obviously I've been to London a few times before, but like I love solo travel, and I spent some days before and after the conference to like make the most out of it. And you guys know how hard it is having kids, and you don't get to travel, you don't get to spend time on your own and say, oh, that cake shop looks nice, and walk into the cake shop, and that kind of thing. Like it was really amazing for me to just be able to like be myself a bit and breathe, and not be someone's mom, someone's wife, just like be myself and do my thing. It was amazing. I loved it.
Oh, so cool.
So do you guys follow, she is, to my mind, one of the funniest people on the internet, Stacey McGowan.
No.
Do you follow her, right? She's
Yeah.
an Aussie author. She is hilarious.
When I first got onto TikTok back in the day, I obviously came across her account.
Before she went big, she's this girl, JT, she's this one. She is hysterical. She became like a TikTok sensation because she did this series of videos called Turning My Husband into a Fictional Character. And then she would do these videos teaching him how to be. So now, like, you need a grunt when you see me, and then you do it. It's just like, wow, you must go and watch her older videos. You'll go crazy. Anyway, she then became an author. Then she wrote a book. Then she got signed, blah, 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 long story short. But she is now friends with like a lot of big name like authors that are on the top. It's self-fulfilling. I think when you get to those top lists, you become friends with your comps in there. And they get together. So like they were all in Australia recently. The one writes that really big book at the moment.
The Apprentice to the Villain.
That's the one. Sorry, yes, it's Apprentice to the Villain. And they do these videos where they get together, because they're from all parts of the world, and they go to Australia to see her, or then she goes to the US. Amazing. And they do these videos. And I watch them and I think, that's going to be us one day. That's going to be us. That's what we're going to do. We're going to like come and surprise JT and be like, let's put some content.
Amazing.
And then we can walk you through your little town and you can be like, see, I have friends. I
do have friends. I told you.
No, but I love her videos because I get quite jealous, and I'm like, oh, I wish that. But I'm like, yeah, that's going to be us. We're going to do it. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be getting together. We're going to be, because like you say, it makes your life that little bit bigger, hey, outside of your office of just typing away.
Yeah. Loving that for us.
Goals. Me too. Okay, shall I say another one? The one is that I am very grateful for technology, because translations aside, because I think we do bang on about that for so much because it's been so career changing. But even when Audible pulled all my audiobooks that I'd worked with human narrators, and overnight, not a single audiobook existed. And I was like, I can't go and afford to recreate my backlist. It's not even selling, so I'm very grateful for technology, because I've managed to get audiobooks back up and running, translations, reach new readers. Like with the translations, the other day I got an email from a reader in Germany, just so sweet. And she was like, hey, your books, but do you have them on audio anywhere? I saw you've got the English versions on YouTube. So I quickly asked Paige to load German editions onto 11 Reader.
Okay.
And which she did, because I hadn't done any translated titles on 11 Reader. I'd only done my English. And then I sent the link to the woman and I said, I'm sorry it's not on YouTube, but it is on here. And I sent her the link and she was so excited. She came back to me and she was like, thank you so much. I love your books. And now I can listen to the audiobook in German. Have a wonderful Christmas. And I know we've spoken about this before, like connecting with readers in a different country, in a different language it's amazing. Amazing.
It's just very surreal seeing like the Bookstagram posts come up when I get tagged and it's not in English. I'm like, oh, it's a French reader who's doing like a Bookster post on my book. This is so cool.
It's
so translate, see what it is, and translate my reply.
Translating my reply.
You just have it in English.
Because I just did it in English, because when they asked me in German, I put it into Google Translate. And then I think the clearest answer is going to be for me to reply in English. So like this German reader messaged me in German, emailed, and I was like, should I email back in German? And I was like, no. I emailed in English, and she actually replied in English. She didn't reply in German. I was like, oh, okay. But
so I think
I'm too worried I'm going to butcher it.
I usually translate my reply, and then when the person sees I'm engaging, then I often get an English reply back, because they obviously know that I'm an English author. Shame.
They're like, oh, shame, she tried. She tried so hard.
I do what Delport does now, and I just reply in English, because I press the translate now, whatever button.
Facebook lets you translate.
Yeah, and they'll do the same. And then there's no point in us going to another app to translate or whatever. You just reply in your own language and then press translate. Because before I found myself not replying because I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing the whole translate thing now. But now I just did it in English. So that's a great tip, Delport. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm very grateful for technology. And leading on to that, it has to be said that I'm very grateful for readers. Like, I just feel like this year I've connected with so many new readers, and they've been so nice. So nice. People reaching out, whether it's on TikTok comments or Facebook comments, or like, it's just been like, it's reminded me that feeling when I first launched a book and there was interaction. And do you know what I mean? It's like you said, Rachel, like, you haven't released for so long, and then you do. And it just reminds you like how cool it is to be able to do this job. Yeah.
Like, this is why you really do it, because like, you want to share a story with someone.
Because we seek validation from the world.
From strangers on the internet.
Pretty much. I mean, I said what I said. Okay, and anything else? Because my last one obviously is that I'm number 114 in France, and I'm really hoping by the time this episode is, I've cracked top 100.
You better. I'm just waiting.
Anything else I'm grateful for? I'm really grateful for Paula Mason, because she just makes my day. So Rachel, Paula Mason is one of our subscribers, and she has knocked both of us off the charts. And I don't know why, but every time I see her do it, especially when she does it to JT, more so than when she does it to me, it's like, no, okay, just get JT. But I love that, because it's testimony to the fact that this podcast is helping people. Without a doubt. It's, even if it's just one or two people, it's the proof is in the pudding. So every now and again, she likes to knock us off our spots on the rankings.
I love that. I love that.
We got Paula now on our team. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for like the people particularly the subscribers that have engaged with us. And like, this is very cool. Yeah. Very cool.
I mean,
so young.
I hardly ever like support a podcast. Like, it takes a lot for me to be like, okay, I'm actually going to put money behind a podcast. And it's just so like, I'm always amazed at how generous people are. Like, I get value from this, so I'm going to subscribe. And I'm like, I hardly ever do that, to be honest. So like, I really appreciate when people do. I think it's so generous. And it's a good example. Like, it's actually made me support more people and more podcasters, because I'm like, if other people are doing it, then, I should really be putting my money where my mouth is too.
Yeah. The feeling that you get when you're like, someone's supporting me, then you want to pass that on to someone else.
Yeah. Pass it on. Okay, what else have we got? Rachel, you've got to have some highlights, Rachel, other than that you got back into launching. I mean, Tempest did so well. It was doing so well.
Yeah, it has.
I guess this is, it's small. It's very small in comparison to like direct sales numbers for anyone overseas who's focusing on direct sales, like print sales. And I didn't actually check the actual numbers, so I can't give you basically, I had a goal stuck on the side of my computer from when I set up the pre-orders to take print pre-orders for my local, this one, Charmed Leaf 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, okay, from now till the end of Christmas, I want to sell 100 copies of print books, because that seems like it's bigger than I've done before, because I don't normally focus on print much. So by the time the books arrived, so I hadn't done like any live, it was all pre-orders. I think it was like 96 or something. So I had, so that was amazing. Like the end of the very beginning of November, roughly, I think. And I haven't added up the rest, but obviously I have all the sales that have come in since then. So I definitely passed my 100.
That's so cool. And listen, and that doesn't sound like much, but when you're in South Africa writing fantasy, that is massive. Yes, just shouting into the void.
And I don't pay. Well, occasionally I promote a post on TikTok, but that's as far as I go with like paid advertising for local print.
Yes.
So, well, 1,000 Rand.
And that third book has just, I mean, the reviews and the feedback, it's just been amazing, hasn't it? So well done, really.
Did you suspect that it would do this well? Like when you went into it and you were writing it, were you like, okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a good one? Like,
what the book or the series? The series, no, not really. I mean, I thought it would do. To me, in my head, it was more like a quicker. They were supposed to be short. I don't know how that was ever going to happen. Like, I will write these short 5 books in a year to get my income up a bit, and then I can go back and finish the other series, and I can move on. And instead, this one has become like much bigger. Well, not in word count, but on sales as well. So yes, definitely bigger. And I'd say Facebook advertising has been probably the major thing that made a difference. Also, remember we did that episode on influencer marketing. So I think that helped that helped kind of solidify the also boards to find the right kind of readers. It's kind of, yeah, I kind of started doing those two at the same time, the advertising for that book and also the blog tour. So I think they probably work together. Not blog tour,
Okay.
Instagram tour.
Yeah.
So yes, but definitely Facebook ads, because I was thinking about this recently at the beginning of the year when we had kind of started connecting with all this stuff. Like your strategy was, and still is, I think, like write the series and then push the box set. I had the same idea where I was like, I'm going to finish my 5 books and I'm not going to really market until then. I'm going to market the box sets at the end of the year. And in the meantime, I'll do translations. And then in like June-ish, I was like, well, I kind of know what I'm doing now. So let me just try with book 1 and see. And I made a positive ROI.
Amazing.
Like, okay, I'll advertise book 2 and advertise book 3. And I don't actually have to wait for the complete series, although I can see how that's end game. That's
going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, so Facebook ads, yeah, I'm grateful. If we haven't said that yet.
Yes, we haven't.
The changes, I'm grateful.
For Facebook. Yeah. So I actually, we filmed an episode earlier about what we learned.
Yeah, what we learned in 2020.
And the one thing that I did say that I found interesting was that I feel that if you write to a market that's hot enough and that's hungry enough, you don't need a 6-book series to see a positive ROI on your Facebook ads. And that's obviously clearly what you've seen as well. So that was quite nice because I was like, oh, what's the point of even starting to advertise if I haven't got, but I was like, no, I've got this pre-order in the back of Saving Monroe and I don't want to just let it release and bleh. So I was like, you know what, even if I break even, I'm reaching new readers. I want to build this whole stable of new adult romance. So that was one of the things that I learned, unlearned and relearned was depending on the genre. Like, I don't think it would work with fantasy. I think it, I think it, JT, I mean, I don't know what you find, but I don't think standalone fantasy. I tried it with the Clock Keeper. It didn't work.
I think if you have pre-orders up, then there's a much better chance of you getting a positive ROI on a book 1.
Yeah, see, Clock Keeper had no pre-orders because it was just a standalone, isolated.
Yeah, no, standalone is completely different. But book 1, it's a different creature to a standalone. Very hard to get a good ROI. But if you've got those pre-orders and you are publishing at a decent pace, then I think it is worth it.
Also the length of the book, if it's in KU and you're depending on page reads for most of your income. So yeah, I think my first book is about 650 KENP. Whereas if it was
like... What is that in words?
120 something thousand.
I laughed because I showed her Saving Monroe and Tempest next to each other and I was like, this book has doubled the length of this book, but notice how they look the same.
Formatting magic. Yeah.
I did have a giggle. I was like, oh, Rachel, you hiding things. You're hiding it all under.
Thank you, Willem, for that.
Your books ran.
Yes, thank you, Willem. So I was trying to keep the print costs down. So I'm like, okay, in Willem, like, all right, take the line spacing down a little bit. Yeah. All right, take the font size a little bit. Does it still look good? I think it looks okay. All right, I'll go with that.
Yeah, no, it still looks fantastic. I mean, when you open it, you don't go, sure, this is teeny, like, at all.
Like, I need my magnifying glass.
But I just feel like anything 270 words in a 6x9 starts to look a little bit like too skinny, Bobby. So Monroe, I was like, okay, I think it's like 290. So I was like, okay, I can deal with this. But anything shorter than that, I would have started to stress.
Yeah, but yours looks pretty. Should I show it off for everyone who's watching?
No, because I don't have yours here. It's at the back. Put it down. Let me do nepotism. Yeah, okay, do it again.
Do it again. Yay!
What was your top foreign language?
That's interesting.
French for urban fantasy and Italian for steamy romance.
Do you guys want to guess what mine was?
I think everyone knows.
Everyone knows the Italian princess.
Italy, not so much. My RI is terrible on Italy. So for my romance, France, and for everything else, Italy.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to say German. I mean, German is my 3rd top market. So German comes first, and then I'm talking about the other languages. Sorry, Rach, go.
So hold on.
Okay. So it's Germany,
so it's
English?
It's US, UK, Germany for me.
Italy, and you France.
Yes.
Look at us representing all 3 different. That is crazy.
United Nations.
That's crazy. Yes. That's very cool. Very cool.
Interesting. I would have assumed starting out that Germany, just because it's the biggest foreign market.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's bigger than UK.
My stuff does not really sell much in the UK, hardly anything. So for me, it's like US, France.
Yeah, I don't sell anything in the other English territories, actually the US either. So, but Germany has consistently sold for me. I turned off ads at the end of October and I still consistently make money in Germany.
Fantastic.
Every day. And I think it's just that long tailwind from the ads when I was running them, which is nice. And every Sunday I get a lift.
I love those Germans on a Sunday.
I know. I get like it's much higher. And then it like, I actually managed to say that the other day to Paige. She said, oh, did you see that yesterday Germany had, I was like, Germans love to read on Sunday. I remember you telling us that. Like, I know why that is.
And did I tell you guys that when I was in Italy, everyone was reading on the beach? Like everyone, you know, like most places you go, people are on their phone.
My book. Were they reading my book?
Probably.
Probably.
I couldn't believe how many people were reading on the beach in Sardinia.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so nice. That's so nice. Oh, translations, may they keep on giving. So you say we might just have a few months, right? Like we are very limited window.
I think that KDP is going to make it very easy for people to do translations.
Yes,
and I don't even think there's going to be a step where translations are required. I think people are just going to be able to read and like directly in their language, if you know what I mean.
11 reader, but 4. Yeah, true story, actually.
On KDP, it will ultimately become, when you upload your manuscript, there'll be like a tick box. And they'll make it.
Yeah, just tick which country.
I don't even think you'll have to tick it. I think it'll upload in your
probably
language of
be part of the terms of service. If you publish here, you understand that your book will be translated into any and all languages.
Absolutely. And on the reader side, they'll just open the book and it'll be in their language because that's the language they've chosen to read in. Unless they want to go and change something in their settings, I think it will be that easy. So there's going to be no translation software. I think we've got months.
It's going to come down to our ads. Whose ads are better? So now you're sending ads to France. It's all a level playing field again. Everybody's got a version in France. So now let's see who can run the best ads to France.
And some authors are really on top of it, on top of their translations, and they have mailing lists per country, per language. And those guys are going to do so well. And honestly, I don't have the interest or the bandwidth to have 5, 6, 7, 8 different mailing lists. And I just can't. Like I'm choosing.
Well, no, I don't have that.
6, 7, and Ellie's here in the background.
Oh, I'm going to show, while you're talking, I'm going to show you what my royalties were the other day, and my kids thought I was the coolest. But it was actually a very bad royalty day, and I was sad, but I got to impress my children.
Oh my God.
I was like, having such a bad day, Colin. He was like, I think your kids are a bit young for the 6, 7, right? Oh no, Riley might be doing it.
Although I feel like I've heard her say that and just not really know. She's just repeating what she's heard from older kids. That's
okay, cool. She isn't. Yeah. Okay.
It's like the song that she comes home singing, and I'm like, where did you hear that?
Okay, sorry, but I completely derailed while we were thinking of. Rachel was thinking of an answer to something.
Newsletters.
Yes.
I have finally slowly got to the point where I have some bonuses at the end of my books that are because I don't have a reader magnet for this series. I don't have for any series. All my reader magnets are like you get to the end of the book and then there's bonus content and you must sign up for the bonus content. So I finally have some for the Charmed Eve Legacy.
Great.
And my next thought was, well, I need to translate that now. So I am going to. Okay. But at the moment I'm not planning to segment my list and have separate lists. So it will all be, I have a page now on my website which has all the bonuses for the series and has the links for everything. So I will just add those book funnel specific, those language specific links and be like, French readers get yours here and German readers get yours there.
Yes.
And then they will just get, so on Gmail, or I'm just assuming a lot of people are on Gmail. Can you translate an email into, is that capable?
I don't know, but if it's not possible now, it will be possible
probably soon.
Within weeks or months, surely.
Because I'm just thinking like readers are going to get my English email and probably soon, if not already, they can click the button to be like translate into my language.
Translate it. True story.
Hopefully we don't have to have a separate list for every language.
For every language. That would be a lot to maintain. I can't even maintain that.
Maintain an English
one. Not even the one. Not even the one. So that gives me a good thing. I wrote a reader magnet for Guardian. I can't even believe it. How stupid. So I wrote a reader magnet years ago for Guardians of Summerfeld. Spoiler alert, there's a character that you think is unalive, but actually is not. And then there was a short story from that character to show you what had happened through that period. Very cool. And I'm just thinking it's sitting on my laptop and I've been driving so much traffic to my Guardian series and I've never put that in the back as like a reader magnet for sign-ups. How dumb. I should say, like, if you want to know, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
So we'll do that when we do our back matter. Guys, are you jealous? I have to update all my back matter when Shadow Magic launches in January for every book.
So jealous. But actually not jealous, because who's actually going to do it?
Well. Anyway, shall I talk about how grateful I am for Paige? Paige, I'm so grateful for you. They're laughing and they're saying I'm not doing anything. Do you want to come and wait?
Yes.
She's coming. They can't hear you because it's in my ear, but they'll see you. It's Paige.
Oh, hi, Paige.
They're all saying hi, Paige. Yes, I am very grateful. That has been a huge game changer. And I've been telling you girls that that's the best way.
Oh, yeah.
To have someone. Because it's just like, also we work together. Like I'll be like sit and then, and you know how my brain, Rach knows particularly, I get into like a spin cycle where my brain just like, it almost like glitches and I'm like edit, and I can't get out of it. And Paige is actually super simple. Like if I say, oh, I want to do this.
You just called your PA simple, Delport.
I mean, so over explain, and Paige is like, no, like I know what I've got this. And then I walk away and I come and it's done. And I'm like, how did you magic?
You should just be like, Delport, just close the mouth, Delport.
It's so cool. It's so cool. So that's also, been a huge help and something I am very grateful for 2025.
Yes.
So it's freed me up a lot of writing time. Like the writing is definitely increasing, which is great because that's always been something that I've been like, that's what I need to do. And that's the last thing I get to.
Exactly.
So
that's another thing for next year for me is prioritizing writing. Like I've been trying to for the last quarter, but it hasn't been easy. So definitely like starting again with that in January.
Yes, 4 books. Rach, how many books are you releasing next year?
Hopefully 3. I mean, on the one hand, I'm like, next year is not.
You mean 4?
And then I'm going to release the same number of books.
It's 4, right?
Thanks. Look what I got.
Your husband wins the husband awards today. Why don't we go 4? We all JT's doing 4. I'm doing 4. Why don't you?
I don't think it will be 4 books, but you guys go for 4 books. I need to
just try.
I need to do book 4 and 5 in the Charmed Leaf Legacy. And then I need to finish up From Storm and Shadow. But because I haven't written in that world in a long time, it's going to take me some time. And it's going to be a long book. So that's why it might be 3. It might actually only be 2. But I'm aiming for 3.
But also like the season of your life, right? You've got toddlers. So it's very different. It's extremely hard to write 4 books when you've got toddlers. So you can't.
I've never managed 4 books, even when I had no children. So just be realistic here.
Much better to be realistic and to not feel bad about not.
I don't know why I ever thought I was going to do 5 this year.
You always aim high, and then it's better to bring it down.
If I had aimed for 3, I probably wouldn't have done 3.
Yes.
So well done. How many did you release in 2025?
3.
Okay. That's still good. I mean, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I've released 1 book in my own name since 2020.
Also, they were long. So it was like 120 something plus 105 plus 101.
That's really long.
Oh, your stories do run long though. I need to get back into. Yes. Okay. I need to get back into. I found that. It just seems to be getting shorter with every release, and I'm like, no, we can't have these like very short novella books. So I think that Hollow Heart, she of the glorious cover, H. I think that I'm going to aim for 80 to 90,000 minimum. For book 1.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Have you seen Chloe Walsh's books? They're like
are they like 200k? How long are they? They're very long.
I don't know, but they are so big. And let me tell you, not a single word wasted. You do not at any time feel like you're off the roller coaster. Really? I don't know how she does it. She is. Yes, friend, it is. But the trauma just keeps on. Like just when you think, all she throws someone else's, like it's crazy.
Wow.
So, but I'm definitely not going to be that long. I'm just
we know that like 80k is the sweet spot if we're going for KU reads, right? If we're going to do a 6-book box set. But that's it. An 8-book box set or a 5-book box set or whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Are you having 5, hey, Rach? Tempest is going to be 5 for now. You might get to the end and be like,
I'm already like, I'm doing a 3-book box set, and then the other 2, I'm like, if I want to put them in their own box set, then they need another one, don't they?
3 book, yes. And
then there will also be a complete. No, okay, I won't say anything else.
This time next year, we expect you to finish that sentence.
And we must remember what Charlene taught Delport, in that we mustn't only think about series as being like a 6-book box set, which I love because it's so neat and it's so like there's this box set and there's this box set, But if it's
Don't
series
discount
selling
longer
well.
series if they're making you money. Yeah.
Look at Jenn Mitchell.
And she's talking like 18, 19, 20. Yeah, exactly that.
And then I said, I don't know who I was speaking to, but I said like, oh, but I get so sick of my character's voice after book 5. You know, I can't even imagine 20 books with the same character. But they're like, yeah, but that's why you write other books in between. You know, that's your palate cleanser.
Yeah. Sorry, she just forgot who she was talking to. It was probably Jenn Mitchell.
I think it was actually, because I was like, how do you... Yeah. Because I was like, how can you do like 20 books in a series? And he's like, yeah, you write other books in between.
In between, 100%. And I have found that with this series, what I'm really loving is I'm becoming very intimate with my characters. So I'm getting to know them on like it's going to sound so weird, but I'm not just taking notes of their physical characteristics and their things, but I'm like thinking of people who I have seen on TV who I know. And I'm like, okay, they're kind of like that kind of personality where there's a lot more personality as opposed to just this is what they look like.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of like falling in love with your characters again is such a big part of making a longer series work. Is to be like, I want them. And I'm creating a world where there's enough characters that when those stories are told, these ones pick up. I think you've done that, Rach, with Tempest, where you have this character's stories told, but then the next characters. Yes. And I think there's a lot of magic in that because you're staying in that world and you really are getting like the most out of it.
Yeah.
So
if you can make the readers fall in love with the side characters enough that by the time that like they're in the spotlight, readers are like, yes, I want them.
I think the queen old Sarah J. Maas has done that so well.
It's kind of what I've done with my realm of magic and mayhem. I mean, it's the same world but a different main character in every series.
Some of your characters crossed over.
Most of my characters are crossover.
Oh, that's so cool.
Delport's just been busted because she hasn't read any of my series, but anyway.
I've read the first one. I've read the first one, but I haven't read Ghostbreaker. So.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of character crossover. It's exactly the same world, exactly the same city and magic rules and all of that. But for series 2, I'm not using a character from series 1 as the main character. It's a brand new main character. And then same for series 3. So it's like a spin-off. And then the third series is a spin-off of the spin-off. So it's like all connected.
In that same world. So you're going to stay in Joburg. I love that.
Yeah. Well, it's working.
I love that. Yes. Okay. All right, girls. Anything else? Any other items of business before we close off?
I think so.
I'm just gonna go drink my coffee. I'm grateful for you guys. If I didn't say that yet.
All right, we're grateful for you.
Which it's not just like sappy, blah, blah, blah. Yes, it's like a little. You're gonna like have your little mentor thing, and then I was like, I have FOMO. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm in. But also, I think that nobody quite knows how much activity goes on our WhatsApp group. I'm so grateful for our group. Yeah, so, like, it looks like, Rach pops in here, like, every now and again. But at the end of the day, every single day, we're like...
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
yeah. It is a proper little community. I do love it.
It helps a lot. It really helps a lot.
Yeah. Hugely so, especially for me. I have the most questions. I'm like, guys, help me to help you.
But even when you're not looking for help, if you just want to show the latest cover you've designed or something, like you want to show someone, and you can't show like your best friend because they don't know what's good in the urban fantasy landscape, whatever. You can't show your partner because it's just like it's the group is perfect for so many messages.
Or you're like, I just got a book.
No one understands that feeling like another one.
Exactly.
I'm going to be applying for BookBubs come January, like religiously for Shadow Magic. I can't wait. But I have to save some ad funds for that.
How cool that I sent Cursebreaker book 1 and Blood Magic book 1 and basically got both in one go.
I know. That is very, very lucky. And the nice thing is they're interchangeable, so it doesn't matter which one you read first.
Yeah. Well, you say it's lucky, but it's because that guy taught us in the mastermind. He taught us how to apply for a BookBub. And it almost guarantees getting it. It's amazing.
Did you know that trick, Rach?
So the trick is you fill out the application as normal, exactly what you want. And then in the comment section, you say, I am open to this deal on any date, for any price point, for any genre. And if you do that, you open up so many possibilities for that BookBub person who's looking at it because they can slot you in where they don't have a place. So like I asked for urban fantasy for Cursebreaker and they put me in supernatural suspense, which is perfect. It's perfect for that book.
And you can say no, because I originally was like, I had a bad experience with Legacy being put into science fiction because they didn't have dystopian back then. And I had a whole lot of men commenting that this is just like a romance, because it's more like divergent than it is like The Martian. And it garnered me quite a few bad reviews, and I was like, oh, but like for that, it's fine. So, and you can say no, you can say, okay, that's too out of my real wheelhouse. Thank you, but no, thank you.
Yeah.
Or be like, actually, like what you did, that's perfect. That will work wonderfully.
Yeah. So for me, like the date isn't perfect on this book club because it's the 31st of December. And I was like, am I going to accept this? You can accept it or reject it. I mean, it's an offer. So yes, I'm taking it. But you can see if you're happy with what they come back with. And you can even say, I don't really like that date. Do you have something else? And then maybe they have something else, or maybe you take it, maybe you don't take it. But the option is there. I mean, to have a book club is such a great thing.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Have you had one for
Usually.
Tempest, right? Have you had a book club for Tempest?
I haven't even applied because I'm worried that the category is a bit too niche, and I don't want to mess up my also boughts, because it's very different from like straight fantasy, urban fantasy, romantasy, or it's if they come out with a cozy type, which I don't think they do, because last I looked, they didn't have something that specific. Then definitely. I always also fill out the comments box with something about like, or I'll say like this genre or that genre are both good, or because I have also heard from people like, always put something in the comments box.
I've never put anything in the comments box, and I have had 2 book clubs in 13 years, and now we know why.
But more than 2. Must
Definitely more than 2. It's the comment section. Okay. All right. Thank you, JT, for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. Thank you to the mastermind. They're very helpful with lots of things. And I'm hoping
that is amazing.
Share more tips with you guys after March.
Yes. Oh, yes. After the conference.
After the conference in New Zealand that I'm just dying to go to. I can't wait. And
last thing before we finish.
Yes.
When is the middle grade version of when is it out?
That's our project for the next 2 weeks, because he's on holiday now for 2 weeks. And I'm not doing any. So Blood Magic. So Robin is my 11-year-old, and he read Blood Magic and he loved it. And then I had this idea to make it a middle school version of it. It already doesn't have any spice, it doesn't have any swearing, but there are some adult themes that that we can take out. And then we're going to do like a nice middle school version, and it's like a project we're going to do together. I'm so excited.
Fun.
Yeah.
How fun to do it with Robs.
And the thing is, I could still put it in KU, and that wouldn't be taking KU risks. So it's the paperback really that we're going to push, and the paperback obviously would be wide. Yeah.
That's so much fun.
I know, it's cute. Very sweet.
And isn't it cool that you have this idea and you're like, I don't have to ask anyone for permission because it's my book and I'm in control. And if I want to write a different version,
do what I want.
Yeah. And it's going to be like such a special memory, I think, when he's older. It's like, we did a 6-book series together kind of thing. And it's so cool.
Hey.
Okay, girls. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to y'all. I hope you all have a beautiful time. All right, you guys. We'll have a lovely, lovely weekend and a beautiful Christmas. I know we'll chat before then, but our subscribers won't see us. So.
Bye, subscribers. Merry Christmas. Bye,
yes, Merry Christmas.